Hey, what's up, guys? Tukey here, back again. And the Toronto Blue Jays are back again. For the first time in 4 years, we find ourselves in the World Series. We are facing off against the LA Dodgers, and I am nervously excited. Again, you look at our journey. We have made the playoffs in every single season. Every single one. But after 3 straight years of losing in the wild card in our mini rebuild, this was the year that we looked to take a step forward. And of course, all the changes that we've made, so many trades, so many players being moved out, and recycling some of our top options. This was the squad that was able to get us here. And it's been the emergence as well of guys like Martin Santana, Ryan Dahl, in addition of having guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., of course, still. Yeah, let's just call him Vladimir Jr. It's been the emergence of these players that has led us to this point. And really, this is nowhere near, in my opinion at least, the strongest lineup we've ever had. I mean, some of our weaker links are particularly weaker, but I mean, I can see why we're here. I'm glad we're here. But the big question is, what are we up against in the form of the Dodgers? I'm not going to waste too much time. We know what this is. It's the World Goddamn Series. It's a chance at a second title. But what are we up against? Holy shit. So 299 overalls and Julio Urias and Walker Buehler. Michael Enoa's there. Dennis Santana and Frankie Montas. Wow. Now Montas has really struggled. Michael Enoa hasn't been great. But of course an old face in Michael Enoa, who was here for a season. In the bullpen, Daniel Norris, Ariel Hernandez, Tony Cingrani, and Michael Lorenzen, Matt Strom, Jake Barrett, and Kenley Jansen at 36. Still going strong. Lineup-wise, is it going to be any easier? Maybe. Yusnel Diaz leading off, tremendous average. Orlando Arcia, Cody Bellinger, 28 years old now. Christian Villanueva, Keibert Ruiz, Mitch Walding, at 30 years old, DJ Peters at center, Javi Baez and Tyler Goodell on the bench. It's a pretty good option. Scavuzzo, Jacob Scavuzzo, Dalton Pompey, Jesse Blake himself, Tim LeCastro, and Carson Kelly. An 83 overall, but definitely defensive first as a catcher. Again, I can see why they're here. Who has the advantage pitching-wise? Who has the advantage lineup-wise? Who's to say? It looks like a bit of a toss-up. We were better in the regular season, but how much does that really mean? We have the advantage batting average-wise so far in the postseason. They have the slight edge in ERA. There's no real way of telling how this is going to go. I'm happy we're back, but time will tell as to whether or not we're able to make the most of this. We are going to go with Henry Murillo to start off this series, despite the fact that Vasquez and Villalobos have been quite strong. So Henry Murillo will get the start against Urias, and then, man, this is the tough call as far as our lineup is concerned, because again, we have so many players who have underperformed. Pedro Santos is so good against lefties, which of course is why he is in rather than Wales. So I think we will go with this setup. I still want to reward some players who, based off of how they've been performing, which kind of puts us into a bit of a weird spot, but we got to do what we got to do, in my opinion at least. In terms of speed, 83 stealing per Cassidy. We're still going to go Dahl, Bichette, and Junior to start, and we'll see if some of the other guys, we're looking at Santana, we're looking at Miella. We need everybody to fire on all cylinders. We are not beating this Dodger team unless we play to our best. And it's the same thing for them. They have quite a few players who are underperforming. It's just a matter of who comes together over this potential 7-game series and gets the job done. And needless to say, I'm concerned. We won our first World Series. We are undefeated in World Series. Can we continue that? 4 years later, we are back under the bright lights. Let's do this. The Blue Jays back in the World Series, the 2024 World Series. Henry Murillo, what can you do? That is the question. You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to him. Gonna leave it up to him. Let's see. Diaz, leadoff single. Arcia into a fielder's choice. Bellinger flies out. Villanueva grounds out. We get out of the inning unscathed, and Ryan Dahl starts things off in a marvelous way. A solo shot. 1-0 early. Bichette walks. Junior walks. Urias is looking a bit shaky. Robles walks. 3 unanswered walks after the solo shot. Bases loaded. No outs for Zach Cassidy. And he strikes out. Oh my God. Leody Taveras into a fielder's choice. No run scores. Lead runner was out. Can Martin Santana take advantage? He can. He can single home a run. Francisco Miella, a gigantic opportunity. You have been so bad this postseason, but this is your chance. Play your best when it counts. Fielder's choice. Okay. Well, we only get 1 run out of that scenario. 2 runs in that inning. A nice early lead, but it should have been a whole lot more, as it's a nice 1-2-3 inning there for Murillo. As Dahl lines out this time. Nothing doing. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Let's see what Murillo can do. He's on a good run after a slightly shaky start. Junior walks. Robles pops out. Cassidy walks. Good chance here for Taveras. He strikes out. Santana with the 3-run shot. 5-0 early. Martin Santana delivering. We knew that he was capable of those type of moments. He's shown it ever since he magically developed. And that's a huge moment there. A 3-run shot. 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. No follow-up. But right now, 3 hits to 2. 5-0 on the board. A 1-out walk for Peters, a follow-up single for Baez, and the Dodgers aren't able to follow up. Absolutely ridiculous that we've just made the best of it as Ariel Hernandez is brought on. So Urias' day is done already. Junior with a leadoff single. Robles with a double drives him home all the way from first. 6-0. Look at this. What a start to this series. It's another double. Robles driven in. Taveras with the RBI at 7-0. Miella singles and the runner scores. So there you go. Francisco Miella wasn't able to make the most of that chance earlier, but he gets his first RBI of the postseason. It's 8-0. Follow-up single. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Ryan Dahl can't capitalize. 8-0 through 5 here in Game 1. And unless Henry Murillo falls apart, which I know is like the equivalent to me saying shutout, but come on. This should be a win here in Game 1. 1-out single for Junior. 2-run shot for Victor Robles. It's 10. Hernandez still on. Lets up another double to Cassidy. A ground up for Taveras. Santana walks. Miella reaches on an error. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Pedro Santos, who singles and drives in 2 runs. It's 12-0. Ryan Dahl strikes out. But what an effort, and Walding gets the Dodgers on the board with a solo shot. Murillo loses the shutout. It's because I said shutout. Another run scores, a single and a follow-up double for Diaz. 12-2 through 7.5. Bichette will face Lorenzen, who walks him. Junior singles. Robles flies out. Cassidy strikes out. Taveras flies out. No follow-up. Bellinger reaches on an error. See if they can do anything with it. They cannot. Tony Cingrani's brought on to face Santana, who singles. Miella's hit by a pitch. Santos pops out. Dahl strikes out. Bichette strikes out. Top of the 9th, Jordan Hicks brought on to seal the deal. 1, 2, 3. 12-2 is your final. A dominant performance for the Blue Jays in Game 1, defending home turf. My God. We needed people to step up, and needless to say, they did. A tremendous outing from Henry Murillo. Victor Robles, 3 RBI night, 14 hits, 12-2 final. Unbelievable game as we find ourselves just 3 wins away from a second championship in our tenure. We got a bit of a ways to go. As you see, Bo Bichette was the only player to not record a hit. 4 RBI night for Santana. I'm honestly not sure how he wasn't the first star over Robles, but regardless, great game. And even Francisco Miella gets his first RBI of the postseason. There we go. That is the perfect way to begin a series, as we just absolutely dominate their ace and make the most of that opening opportunity. The question is whether or not we perhaps used up a bit too much of our offensive capabilities in that game. It's tough to say. I'm definitely worried. We will be starting Rolando Villalobos in this game. He is has been, so far this postseason, the best pitcher with maximum energy here. So Vasquez, unfortunately, not going to get the opportunity. We're going to go with Villalobos, who will be going up against Walker Buehler, who is 3-0 and has just been an absolute monster in this postseason. So, yeah, needless to say, I'm a little bit concerned out of what we might see from Walker Buehler in this game. We need the team to deliver, no doubt. As let's go ahead and see here. So, Miella, Wales, Taveras, Santana will get bumped up. He'll still be behind Cassidy. Robles at 326, Junior, Bichette, and Dahl. Could put Santana at leadoff, but we won't. We'll still have Ryan Dahl leadoff. That's fine. So that will be the lineup for this game. Still going to base it off of who's been performing. And again, Francisco Miella has been brutal. But at the very least, just for what he provides as a defensive option, it's not worth taking him out. Big game here. We got through one of their major hurdles as far as starting pitchers are concerned. But can we get past Walker Buehler, whose numbers are just ungodly? Like, that is unreal what he's done so far. Granted, he's allowed 16 hits through 21 innings pitched, but still, just absolutely ridiculous. We have the 1-0 series lead. Can we have anywhere similar, anywhere close to a follow-up performance? Let's find out what Rolando Villalobos and the rest of the team are made of. As a walk and a single to start off from the Dodgers. Villanueva singles, and there you go. LA off to a much better start. Lead runner is thrown out at home, so we avoid that opportunity. And you know what? If anything, we avoid that scoring opportunity for the Dodgers. And if anything, I'm happy with how that went. We only allowed one run in that scenario where it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Unfortunately, Ryan Dahl didn't start things off with a bang of a solo shot. We're down 1-0 through the first inning. Much better performance there from Villalobos in the second, as we're still searching for our first hit and will not find it against Buehler, but very well done from Villalobos. As, man, we just got completely shut down to the first 3 innings of this game. Ruiz walks, no follow-up though. Can we get to Walker Buehler? Junior walks, Cassidy, no follow-up. It was Robles, actually. Cassidy will lead off the bottom of the 5th. It is a pitching duel right now. Unreal stuff here. Can we finally get our first hit on Buehler? No, we cannot. This is unreal. What a performance. Arcia with their first hit, I believe, since the first inning. Follow-up walk. Runners at the corners with one out for Ruiz. I can't speak. I'm honestly kind of nervous here. Can Villalobos get us out of the situation? Stolen base. Walding walks. Bases loaded. 2 outs for DJ Peters, who flies out. Wonderful performance from Villalobos, but we don't have a hit through 5. Wales pops out. Miella walks. Dahl double play, inning over. Like, we need Walker Buehler to pull something at this point. Chad Bennett's brought on in relief. What can he do? 1, 2, 3 inning is what he can do. Is there any way? Here, I'm going to go to quick manage. Can we find a way? Can this change the fortune of our team? Robles go for the steal. He gets caught. We had to be aggressive. We had to be. This is brutal. Arcia flies out. Bellinger grounds out. Villanueva grounds out. A pitching masterclass from both sides, but Walker Buehler is that much further ahead. Cassidy grounds out. Santana flies out. Taveras strikes out. We are in danger of being no hit by Walker Buehler after putting up 12 runs the day before. Jerome German's brought on. Ruiz, Walding, and Peters. 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Andy Wales strikes out. Miea is going to be given the opportunity. No, he's not. Fuck him. Fuck him. Walker Buehler, man. Oh my God. Just because of the contact rating, actually, in fairness, let's go for Jamie Cruz. Jamie Cruz will be given the chance here against Buehler. Strikes out. Ryan Dahl flies out. Walker Buehler, no hits. The Toronto Blue Jays. It might have even been a perfect game. We don't know about the walks. With the way they're celebrating, it might have been a perfect game. I'll be intrigued to check. I don't even have my game audio on at the moment. Damn. Was that a perfect game for Walker Buehler, or was it just a postseason no-hit performance, as he is undoubtedly the MVP if they win it all? This series is tied from 12 runs in Game 1 to being no-hit. It was not a perfect game, but a no-hitter from Walker Buehler, 9 Ks. They only put up 4 hits themselves, but the damage they did in the first inning was enough. Walker fricking Buehler with the no-hitter. The Dodgers are back in this series, so the complete opposite, to say the least. And in fairness, Rolando Villalobos just pitched one hell of a game, but Walker Buehler with a legendary performance ties this series up single-handedly, which is very disappointing. Now, it's optimism. Like, if you were to say, like, oh, you're going to outscore your opponents 12-3 through the first 2 games, you'd be happy. Granted, if you were then told, yeah, but the series is tied 1 apiece, you'd be questioning things. That's just the magic of what Walker Buehler was able to pull off there. Game 3, this is going to be very interesting as the series shifts to Los Angeles. I'm very intrigued. He single-handedly brought their ERA down over a 0.3 margin. Our pitching's been solid thus far. It's just we were able to get past one of their gems in Urias, but then obviously the other gem, the other 99, was lights out dominant. So the big question is here, and who do we go? And I got to be honest, I think I go with Zach Eflin. It's between Green, Eflin, and Vasquez. And Eflin's been the best between the 3 thus far. I'm going to go for Zach Eflin in Game 3. It's one of those, major decisions where it's just last second. I got to be honest, Ryan Dahl's not going to lead off anymore. He's letting us down too much. This lineup is not what I was hoping for. Now, we know Zach Eflin's hit freaking home runs before. Which is pretty ridiculous. Andy Wales definitely can't afford to be up that far either. Zach Cassidy's going to go lead off. Let's go Bichette, Jr., and Robles, just for the power game that Robles has displayed. Santana will be in the 5 spot. So many underperforming players. Leody Taveras will be out of the lineup. He's on a cold streak anyway. And you know what? In fairness, I'm going to give some other guys a chance. We're going to give Jamie Cruz a chance. I believe Pedro Santos can play. If we just put Cassidy or Bichette elsewhere. Yeah, Cassidy can play second. So we'll put Cassidy at second. Andy Wales will be out for Santos. And then Ryan Dahl is going to sit for Jeffrey Hurd. I didn't think I'd be scratching Ryan Dahl, who again is one of the main reasons why we're here. Yet here we are. And in fairness, Jeffrey or Delabate can play third. We've seen what Santos can do. I'm going to give Delabate the chance. Santos just played the other day, and in fairness, he did all right, but still, we'll see what's up from there. So, I think ideally, we would have Delabate ahead of Hurd. So I'll have Delabate in the 6th spot, Hurd, Cruz, and Eflin. Let's do it. Massive changes to the lineup. Very, very risky. And the other time that we did this, it didn't exactly pay out for us. But it's worth a shot just to try and spark something. Delabate, Hurd, and Cruz in the lineup. Cassidy hitting leadoff. Of course, no DH is a major factor, but at the very least, we know Eflin has some hitting ability, and he's displayed that in the past. You can see the underperforming players, too, for the Dodgers. To go from 12 runs to being no hit, we need something as we find ourselves in Los Angeles for the next 3 games. Let's see what we can do. I joked about not using up all of our offense in that first game. Apparently we did. Let's see if we can get to Michael Enoa, the former J, who through 8 innings has been very poor, which means he'll probably no-hit us. Let's see what we can do. Walks Jr. with 2 outs. Robles out. Zach Eflin, we need you. We've had 2 very strong performances thus far. Ruiz, 2 RBI single. All with 2 outs, 2-0 Dodgers. Zach Eflin's been great. He nearly single-handedly won us a World Series as Jeffrey Hurd gets a base hit. We'll go for the steal even though it's obvious. He gets it. Cruz walks. Eflin got to swing away. Grounds out. So Eflin's been amazing for us in the history of this series. But so far, he's putting together one of the weaker pitching performances we've seen in this series thus far, including a base hit to Michael Enoa, the pitcher. So we do start off with a leadoff single, though. Cassidy does well after Eflin gets out of that jam. Able to get the steal. Bichette bunt him over. Junior, sac fly. We're on the board. Had to do it. Had to play it safe. Had to make sure. Victor Robles flies out. So, again, I don't like playing small ball like that. I would like to let players swing away, but knowing how this has gone for me and my luck, I feel confident in that decision-making as Eflin is able to get us out of it. Santana with a leadoff single. We're going to look to do the same damn thing. Gets the steal. Delabate can't bump him over, so Hurd will have to swing. Grounds out. Cruz grounds out as well. So a failed bunt leads to us not capitalizing on that leadoff single and subsequent stolen base. Peters with a leadoff single. He's able to steal despite pretty shit ratings. Double play ball, though, is pretty nice. Goodell, 2-out single. And Eflin is out of it. Still 2-1 now through 4. As Eflin strikes out to lead off the inning. Nothing doing for us in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th for the Dodgers. 1-2-3 for Eflin. Still 2-1. Junior with a leadoff single in the top of the 6th. Robles with a follow-up single. Santana swing away. Yes, there we go. Santana ties it. Delabate, 2 on, no outs. Daniel Norris is brought on. Enoa's day is done. Delabate singles, 3-2. There we go. 4 consecutive singles to begin this half inning. Jeffrey Hurd singles, 5 singles to begin the inning. It's 4-2. Jamie Cruz flies out to end the streak. With Eflin, we'll just try to bunt them over. I know Eflin has some power, but we'll bunt them over. Cassidy swing away. He walks. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bo Bichette walks. Oh my God. Norris walks in a run. 4 runs in the top of the 6th. Junior strikes out. Damn it. I wanted to hype it up, but let's be honest. That's normally what happens. Zach Eflin, what can you do? Double play. Peters with a 2-out single. Baez grounds out. 5-2 through 6 innings here in Game 3. Robles, Santana, and Delabate all strike out. Eflin's still on the mound here in the 7th inning. Mitch Walding brought on and doubles as a pinch hitter. And that'll do it for Eflin. Jordan Hicks gets Diaz to ground out and Arcia to fly out. Top of the 8th we go. Up 5-2. Lorenzen brought on for the Dodgers. A 1-out single for Cruz. And Ryan Dahl is brought on as a pinch hitter. He strikes out. Cassidy walks. 2 on, 2 outs for Bichette. He walks. Bases loaded again. 2 outs. Same scenario for Junior. Tony Cingrani brought on. Junior strikes out again. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. The setup man, Tony Dennison, is brought on here in the bottom of the 8th. What can he do? 2-out single for Ruiz. A walk for Peters. Baez, fielder's choice. Dennison is out of that situation. Top of the 9th. Another chance for insurance. Can we get anything going? The answer is no. To the bottom of the 9th we go. James Who is brought on. Let's see what happens. Tyler Goodell grounds out. Tony Cingrani, pinch hitter. Carson Kelly is up. He grounds out. Yusnel Diaz lines out, and the Blue Jays bounce back. It's a 5-2 win in Game 3. A much, much better performance this time out. Zach Eflin looked a little bit rocky at the start, but he gets the win. Jeffrey Hurd, our top hitter, a big top of the 6th inning, 4 runs in said half inning, gets us the win. 2-1 series lead now. James Hu, for that save, gets the first star, I suppose. All right. I mean, not Zach Eflin? I mean, I get it now. 6 saves for James Hu. Jeffrey Hurd was 2 for 4. Santana was 2 for 5. But we're going to give it to the closer. You know what? I'm good with that. Zach Eflin, though, another solid effort. I don't know if we'll do a Channel Hall of Fame necessarily for like MLB, FIFA, or Madden. But I think Zach Eflin would probably get in as a Hall of Famer for this series. That brings us to Game 4 again. We are outscoring them an unbelievable 17-5 over these 3 games. Yet somehow we're only 2-1 up. Game 4 is crucial. Needless to say, we either have a chance to end it in 5 or this series is all tied up. You see the numbers trending in our favor. As far as who starts this game, it's Hunter Green or Vasquez. And I gotta be honest, I'm going to go with Andreas Vasquez. He's a little bit better this season. Hasn't seen as much action, but I'm going to trust those who perform. And Andreas Vasquez will get the opportunity over our ace, Hunter Green. Now, as far as who gets to play, Hurd, I mean, turned in a first-star performance. So Ryan Dahl, I hate to tell you, buddy, you're still going to sit. As well as Francisco Miella. And I got to be honest, Bo Bichette's on a bit of a cold streak. Bo, you can take the seat for the day. A little bit shocking. I don't even think I have much confidence in it. And I don't because no one else can play shortstop. But we are going to drop him in the lineup. So Cassidy's done well. Andy Wales will sit for Delabate, who looked pretty good after that game. He's got a 250 average. Yeah, he looked okay at the very least. So Wales will sit. And then it's a matter of whether or not I can get Pedro Santos into the lineup, which I don't believe I can, given the circumstances. So third base in this game is Delabate, Cassidy at second. That works for me. So Cruz, unfortunately not exactly killing it. We'll give him one more opportunity, but if he's still struggling, we will put Miella back in. Delabate will hit ahead of Hurd. 263 there for Santana. And again, we were going to drop Bo Bichette. Bo actually hasn't been that bad, though. He's still been one of our better hitters, which isn't, I guess, saying much. So to be Cassidy, Bichette, Jr., and Robles, Santana, Delabate, Hurd, Cruz, and Vasquez. So still going with the strategy of trying to play those who are performing in the big spots. I mean, you can see how many players are on a cold streak right now for the Dodgers. I mean, this is our series to win. We just need some of these underperforming guys or the people getting into the lineup to replace them, the Delabates, Hurds, Cruz, and Santos of the world. We need them to make the most of this opportunity. The Dodgers were able to get to the World Series, but not with everybody firing on all cylinders. And throughout this series, that has still been the case. They're not exactly lighting the world on fire. Can we get the job done? Let's find out. It's Game 4. We have a 2-1 series lead. Let's see what we can do. Dennis Santana on the mound for the Dodgers. Zach Cassidy, Bichette, and Jr. start us off, and they go down in quick order. Andreas Vasquez, 1-2-3 inning as well. A good way to start. Santana with a 1-out single will go for the steal. Predictable as it is, he gets it. Delabate swing away, strikes out. Hurd also strikes out. So, unfortunate there. We weren't able to make the most of the early base runner, the first base run of this game. Good stuff, though, pitching-wise. Can we get anything going here? The answer is no. Vasquez back out there, shutting the Dodgers down. That's what I like to see as Bo Bichette leads off the top of the fourth with a single. Good stuff. We're not going to go for the steal. I don't trust it. Junior, double play. Damn it. Robles strikes out. Nothing doing so far. Vasquez continuing to shut down the Dodgers. Only 2 hits, both from the Blue Jays through 4 innings. As we can't get anything going here. This is ridiculous. Villanueva's hit by a pitch. Ruiz is walked. And we're in trouble with Vasquez here. Can he get out of it? No, we cannot. The Dodgers, 1 hit, 1 run. Baez with the single. As they can't capitalize any further, but that's rough. 1 slip up in the bottom of the 5th, and we're in a lot of trouble here. Dennis Santana shutting us down. Cassidy gets on with 2 outs. We'll go for the steal. He gets it. Let's go hit and run. Andy Wales is brought on as a pinch runner. And Bo Bichette hits a triple. This game is tied. Oh my God. Bo Bichette with the triple. Andy Wales brought on as a pinch runner. And I don't know why, considering the other dude was faster, but okay. Bo Bichette delivers. Junior can't capitalize, but we are on the board. This game is tied. Very weird decision from the AI there. Andreas Vasquez rebounds well with a 1-2-3 inning. Can we get anything going here in the top of the 7th? No, we cannot. Bottom of the 7th, Vasquez is still on, and he delivers. What a duel this is. Hurd leads off against Lorenzen. Santana's off, and Ryan Dahl's brought in as a pinch hitter. He can't get anything going, though. Cruz pops out. Vasquez, Miella brought on as a pinch hitter. He grounds out. Chad Bennett brought on for the bottom of the 8th. Goodell, Lorenzen, Mitch Walding brought on as a pinch hitter. He strikes out. To the top of the 9th we go. Tied at 1. 5 hits combined. Andy Wales against Jake Barrett. He lines out. Bichette grounds out. Junior flies out. 1 swing of the bat could end it here in the bottom of the 9th. Chad Bennett still on. Diaz grounds out. Arcia singles with 1 out. Bellinger flies out. Villanueva walks. 2 on, 2 outs for Ruiz. He strikes out. We're going to extras. Robles against Barrett. It's a fly out. Santana flies out. Delabate grounds out. Oh, God. Bottom of the 10th. Peters singles. Baez. LaCastro brought on. Shit. Baez. And I knew that was coming. Baez walks. Goodell walks. Dalton Pompey delivers. The Dodgers take it 2-1. Damn it. As Chad Bennett just falls apart in the bottom of the 10th. This series is tied, and what is there really to say about that game? 4 hits for each team. 2-1 final. 2 moments of, whether it be a starter or a reliever, just losing the plot for a moment, and that was enough for LA to walk away with 2 runs, and that was enough for them to win it. Somehow, some way, we haven't won this series. It is a best of 3 from this point on. We do know, no matter what, that the series will be won back in Toronto, but the question is who will have a chance to win it in Game 6. That will be decided now in Game 5. Oh, God. It's between Hunter Green or Henry Murillo, and Hunter Green's at 100%. Murillo is not, so our ace will be given the opportunity. As far as who gets into the lineup here, it's kind of a tough call. A lot of our initial players are going to be back in the lineup here, including Ryan Dahl. Fortunately, Leody Taveras had to sit quite a bit. Santos is the only guy I'd consider bringing in for Andy Wales. And you know what? I will. Wales is going to sit. We're going to play Pedro Santos. What can we do lineup-wise? Cassidy will be given a good opportunity. Miella going to be hitting pretty far down the order. Ryan Dahl as well, unfortunately, going to be pretty far down the order. Instead, we'll run with Zach Cassidy as the leadoff, Bichette Jr., Robles, and Santana. That is the lineup for this game. We'll see how we can do. Again, it's a best of 3 from this point on. We are tied at 2 games apiece. It just comes down to execution. We've seen some good pitching performances from our starters. Frankie Montes is on. We know that we're good enough to get the job done. But it just seems like when our pitching's firing, and performing to their best level, that the hitting isn't quite there. Like, we need to click at the same time, and it just hasn't happened thus far. Will Game 5 be that point in time? Let's find out. See what we can do. Getting off to a good start is crucial, as we have seen. And if anything, we've had a reliance of living and dying on the long ball, and we haven't seen much of it in this series. As Bellinger gets the opening hit, but they can't capitalize. Robles walks. We're going to be pretty obvious here and go for it. He gets it. Santana bunt him over. Sac fly for Santos. He fails. Ryan Dahl will swing away. He delivers. There we go. Ryan Dahl back in the lineup. He gets an RBI single with 2 outs. Attempt to steal. He gets caught, but that's okay. We have the 1-0 lead early, and then Keibert Ruiz ties it immediately. And then Javi Baez gives them the lead. Right, that 1-0 lead did not last for all that long, thanks to one Hunter Greene. Let's see if he can have a good bounce back half inning, and he does. Now the pressure's on. Lead off double for Bo Bichette. We'll definitely go small ball here, even with Junior. Bunt him over. Sac fly for Robles. There we go. All tied up. Santana flies out to end that half inning. We're tied up, though, 2 apiece. Villanueva with a leadoff single. Lead runners out. Can we get out of the inning? Yes, we can. So 2-all through 4. Santos with a leadoff single, and he has decent speed. We're going to go for it. He gets it. Ryan Dahl bunts him over. Sac fly for Miella. He delivers. Greene. Fucking bunt it, buddy. Why not? Why not? You never know. We have a 3-2 lead here. Let's see what we can do in the bottom of the 5th. Hunter Greene gives up a leadoff double to Goodell. And it's a pinch hitter. Walding's brought on. He flies out. Diaz strikes out. Arcia grounds out. So we do get out of that. Pretty nice. Ariel Hernandez brought on. Really struggled the last time we played him in Game 1. He walks Cassidy to start. And you're damn right we're going to be aggressive. He gets it. Bichette bunts him over. Sac fly for Junior. He strikes out. Robles will be able to swing away. He grounds out. So a wasted opportunity to bring in a little bit of extra insurance. Bellinger against Greene. And Hunter Greene does well. 1-2-3 inning. Hernandez still on. And he gets out of trouble. Will Greene still be in for the bottom of the 7th? Yes, he will be. 1-out double for Baez, and that'll do it. So Jordan Hicks is brought on. Goodell strikes out. Hernandez pinch hit. It's Dalton Pompey, the hero from a prior game. He singles. Runner stays put at second. 2 on, 2 outs for Diaz. He grounds out. We're out of the inning. 3-2 in the top of the 8th. Tony Cingrani brought on to face Miella, who singles, shockingly. Jordan Hicks is pinch hit. It's for Leody Taveras, who grounds into a double play. Cassidy grounds out. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Still up 3-2. As Tony Dennison, the setup man's brought on. Arcia strikes out. Bellinger grounds out. Villanueva grounds out. Top of the 9th. One more chance for some insurance against Lorenzen. Can we get anything going? A 2-out triple for Robles. Can Santana deliver? He's walked. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for Pedro Santos, who flies out. And that sets up James Hu for a chance at success. Keibert Ruiz has a solo shot in this game. He's the first batter who will face in the bottom of the 9th. He grounds out. DJ Peters grounds out. Javi Baez strikes out. The Toronto Blue Jays take Game 5 by the score of 3-2. And we are 1 win away from a second World Series. Hunter Greene the win. Top hitter was Victor Robles. We were out hit 7-5, but we win it 3-2. Small ball paid off. We are 1 win away from staying perfect and going 2 for 2 in the World Series. We go back to Toronto. Who gets his 7th save of the postseason? Hunter Greene. I mean, hell, another solid performance. Our starting pitching in this series has been phenomenal. It's just been whether or not we've been able to find that run support against some very tough pitchers that the Dodgers have in that rotation. But through 5, we have a 3-2 lead, and this could be it. Can we win the series in 6? Back home, we have an opportunity. It is going to be Rolando Villalobos, who gets the opportunity. Between him and Murillo, I don't give a damn about overall. I care about numbers. And we're going to give Villalobos the chance. As controversial as that may be, Villalobos gets the chance against Urias, who's going to be looking for some revenge, to say the least. I think our lineup is pretty much set. As far as what we're going to do, Miella is going to be at the bottom of the order. At least the right personnel happen to be in already, in my opinion, from the looks of it. Ryan Dahl at a 224. Cassidy will lead off. And Dahl will be way back, just above Miella in the lineup. Cassidy, Bichette, Jr., Robles, Santana, Santos, Taveras, Dahl, and Miella. Santos was injured, and we're going to replace him for that reason, so that's a bit of a loss. I don't want to risk it. We are going to play Andy Wales in his place. Wales can't necessarily play third. Cassidy can, so we'll swap those two. And Wales will hit slightly above Miella now. So, no Santos, but Andy Wales is back in the lineup, and it's not as if that's a terrible player to have to fill the role. We'll see what he can do. Our first opportunity out of 2 to win our second World Series. Can we get the job done? Can Rolando Villalobos get the job done? Julio Urias was absolutely destroyed in Game 1 here in Toronto. He will be looking for revenge. We are looking to put the final nail in the coffin. Let's do this. Villalobos, I put some faith in you. Reward me. I'm begging you. As Bellinger walks with 2 outs, we're out of the inning though. Solid. Cassidy walks. We're going to be aggressive. Live and die by being aggressive. Bichette, bunt him over. Sack fly for Jr. He strikes out. Robles will swing away and strikes out. We miss an opportunity early. Jr. really let us down there. Jr. has missed quite a few high-quality chances as Walding hits a solo shot to give the Dodgers a lead. It's a follow-up single for Peters, and we're out of it, but 1-0 LA. As Santana responds, a solo shot, 1-all. We do get to Urias here. Dahl walks with 1 out. You know the deal. We're going to be aggressive, get him into the scoring spot. He can't get it. Unfortunately, live and die by being aggressive. It's a walk for Diaz. Can we avoid it? 2 walks. Can we avoid it? It being danger. 3 walks. Ruiz, fielder's choice, lead runners out. Walding delivers. Needless to say, we'll be pitching around Walding from now on. Villalobos gives up the grand slam. It's 5-1 Dodgers. Shit. Walding doing what Jr. could not do on so many occasions. 5-1 LA through 3 innings. Villalobos responds with a 1-2-3 inning, but still not ideal. It's a 1-out walk. Let's be aggressive with Robles, try to get him into scoring position. He gets it. Santana swing away, strikes out. Taveras grounds out. Shit. All right, Villalobos, are you still on? You are. Strikes out Arcia. 2-out single for Villanueva. He gets out of the inning. Ryan Dahl singles. You know the deal. Let's be aggressive. He gets it. We're going to play small ball. We still are. Bunt him over Wales or not. Miella will swing away. He grounds out. Cassidy, 2-run shot. 2-out, 2-run shot for the leadoff man, Zach Cassidy. We're back in it after Wales and Miella let us down. Ryan Dahl and Cassidy score 5-3. Bichette strikes out. We are through 5, and Mitch Walding is here. Yeah, we're just going to walk you, buddy. I'm not even going to fucking bother. Hopefully we can get out of this. Jordan Hicks is brought on. Can he get us out of it after walking Walding? And Goodell hits a 2-run shot. It's 7-3. I said the home run ball wasn't much of a factor. I am sadly mistaken. 2-out single for Santana. Be aggressive, he gets caught. Even if it's obvious, whatever. Still be aggressive. 7-3 through 6 innings. The worst start of any game for us here in this series. Jordan Hicks hasn't done much better. 8-3. Bottom of the 7th. Cingrani brought on. Gives up a leadoff double to Tavares. At this point, we just have to swing away. So Ryan Dahl strikes out. Wales against Lorenzen. Fly out. Runner moves over. Miella singles. It's 8-4. Cassidy into a fielder's choice. We go to the top of the 8th. Jerome Germán's brought on. Can he shut them down? Yes, he can. Bichette leads off the top of the 8th against Ariel Hernandez. Can we get anything going? Junior's been miserable in this game. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 9th. 2 straight walks with 2 outs. Bases loaded. And a second grand slam. 2 outs. Walk, single, grand slam. We'll see you in Game 7. Santana with a solo shot. Tavares with a solo shot, and it doesn't matter. 12-6. Dodger victory. The decision to bring in Villalobos, trusting someone who had done well in the past, completely backfires. 2 grand slams, even without them. It would have been a somewhat close game now, wouldn't it? We are going to Game 7 in the World Series. Our first chance to end it ends in miserable failure. And I can't help but think our second chance to win it will also end in miserable failure, as it's going to be Walker Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers, I'm quite sure. And indeed it is. November 1st, 2024, Game 7, Dodgers, Blue Jays in Toronto. Winner take all. Henry Murillo or Zach Eflin. Henry Murillo will start. Zach Eflin will be brought in if needed. Against Walker Buehler, who has been absolutely dominant, and I don't know what to do lineup-wise necessarily, as we have some players who are struggling in a big-time way. As frustrating as that is, I honestly don't know what the hell I'm going to do here. I really don't. Shit, man. Cassidy, Tavares, Santana, Robles, Miella, and then go best of the rest with who's actually been performing. I'm not saying this is the smartest lineup, but if I'm going to reward players who have actually been delivering, this is the way to do it, outside of Miella, but at the very least he's not on a cold streak. I know Game 7 isn't necessarily the time to be dicking around with the lineup. Let's put forward the best lineup that we possibly can. And if that's not good enough to win us the whole damn thing, then so be it. We're going to go forward with the ideal lineup. Dahl, Bichette, Junior, Miella, Santana, Robles, Cassidy, Tavares, and Andy Wales. Game 7 of the World Series in Toronto. Wasted opportunities, a miserable Game 6 start. And it all comes down to this. We have to go up against Walker Buehler, who no-hit us in Game 2. It's either we get revenge on Buehler, or we essentially see a repeat, and he just absolutely dominates us. I don't think there's any middle ground. This is it. Game 7 of the 2024 World series. Henry Murillo is on the mound. And it's a leadoff triple for Diaz. Bellinger drives him home. Villanueva, Ruiz, Walding a sac fly. 2-0 Dodgers through the first inning. First half of the first inning. Vlad Jr. gets on the board, though. I was going to say, it's like, well, if Game 2 is anything to go off of, Buehler has more than enough run insurance. Which still might be the case. You might have enough run support. Jr. gets to him with a solo shot. About time he showed up for the goddamn World Series, outside of Game 1. It's 2-1 Dodgers through the first inning. It's a leadoff single for Baez. Double play for Goodell. And we're out of that inning. But can we get to Walker Buehler beyond that's the question. We're going to be aggressive with Santana. He gets caught. Fuck me. Robles grounds out. Cassidy pops out. That does it for the inning. Still 2-1. Murillo needs to be perfect from here on out. We cannot expect us to be able to get more than a couple of runs against Buehler. And as it is, we've been shut down since the first inning outside of the hit and the eventual steal attempt. Bottom of the fourth. Nothing doing. 2-1 still for the Dodgers. Henry Murillo has all the pressure in the world on his shoulders. He needs to be perfect. He's been pretty damn good. Can we get to Walker Buehler? Come on. A leadoff double for Santana. This is it. We need to deliver just to tie it. Robles singles off of a bunt. Cassidy bunts them over. Taveras strikes out on a sac fly attempt. You sack it. Wales. Doubles! Andy Wales! The second runner gets thrown out, or he got caught going to second, but it doesn't matter. Andy Wales delivers with 2 outs. We have a tie game through 5. Murillo walks Arcia to begin the top of the 6th. Villanueva a single. Ruiz double play. We're out of the inning. Oh my God. We've gotten to Walker Buehler a couple of times. Ryan Dahl leads off the bottom of the 6th with a ground out. Can we get anything going? No, we can't. Murillo still on. Strikes out Walding. Peters and Baez with a 2-out single. We're out of the inning. Bottom of the 7th. Game 7. Miella against Lorenzen. Buehler's out. We have a chance. Miella singles. Santana flies out. Robles strikes out. Cassidy pops out. No follow-up. 2-all. To the 8th inning we go. Murillo still in. Bellinger. 1-2-3 inning. Lorenzen against Taveras. Singrani brought on. Taveras strikes out. Wales doubles. Come on. Ryan Dahl flies out. Bo Bichette 0 for 3. Singles. The runner doesn't score though. Junior. Vlad Jr. Perhaps the face of this series. You have had so many moments in this 7-game series to deliver at clutch times, and you failed. You have a solo shot earlier in this game. This is your moment. Another clutch opportunity, a chance to potentially drive in the World Series winning run. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, runners at the corners, 3-2-1. Vlad Jr. Not quite a bat flip, but the run scores. Again, I wish I could have watched the moment happen, but it always seems like we fail or something bad happens. Oh my God. Miella against Hernandez lines out to the top of the 9th we go. We're 3 outs away. I don't know if Murillo is going to stay on against Villanueva. He is. 1 out. We're 2 outs away. Keibert Ruiz grounds out. We are 1 out away. Henry Murillo against Mitch Walden. This is it. We got to Walker Buehler, and now it's this. 1 out away. Here we go. Murillo against Walding. 1 out away from winning the World Series. Can Murillo complete this game? It's going to be a 2-0 count. I wish I had watched the junior single, but again, every time we've done that offensively, it just doesn't... Every time we've watched it, it's a rarity, and you watched, and it's going to be a tie game off a solo shot, but it doesn't seem like the batter does well. Out to left! Out to left! The Toronto Blue Jays! Oh my god, what a tackle! Nobody is more happy about this than Miea, who just murdered Henry Murillo in celebration for the second time in this series. The Toronto Blue Jays have won the World Series. The decision to bring in Villalobos in Game 6 almost cost us, but Henry Murillo delivers a gem, outlasting Walker Buehler, and in a clutch moment, Junior furthers his legacy and delivers. He drives in the winning run. Zach Cassidy in celebration. The Toronto Blue Jays, I cannot believe it. And again, I'm sorry that I'm not breaking new octaves and throwing chairs across the room, but I'm genuinely shocked. It was looking bad. It was looking real bad. Down 2-0 in Game 7 with Walker Buehler on the mound. But we were able to overcome. The plan was successful. As the Yankees and Red Sox take a step back, the goal was to be ready to go, to take over, and to dominate. And we did just that. Henry Murillo, complete game, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, but he gets the job done. Andy Wales delivered in the bottom of the 5th, and then it was the bottom of the 8th. Vlad Jr. knocks in the winning run. The Toronto Blue Jays are World Series champions for the second time. And again, it kind of sucks. I don't like their celebration cinematic as much as other games, but you know what? It's still sweet. It's still sweet. 2 World Series in 5 years, 2020, and now in 2024, it's our second title in team, in this run, obviously not in team history, but just what a run. MVP of the playoffs, Martin Santana, World Series MVP, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a .417 average. Postseason MVP was Bellinger and Martin Santana. Unbelievable. And it was the development of someone like Santana that made us think, maybe now is the right time to take a step back. And holy hell, was that the right decision. A career year, and he caps it off being named postseason and World Series MVP. Zach Eflin, a 2-time champion now with us. You look at this team, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Not everybody delivered like we needed them to. But we did enough. And it was those big moments like having someone like Andy Wales step up, the 21-year-old. And then Junior at 25 gets the job done. The Toronto Blue Jays, for the second time, are World Series champions. And in the next episode, we go and begin the early stages of trying to win our third and repeating 7 games over the Dodgers. Game 163 against Baltimore to avoid the wild card. We beat Cleveland in 5. We reverse sweep them. We come back from 2-0 down to win it. We go to Game 7 against Baltimore, and we win it. And then Game 7 against the Dodgers, and we win it. An improbable run from 163 to a reverse sweep to nearly being reverse swept to outlasting the Dodgers and getting our revenge and somehow beating Walker Buehler and the Dodgers in Game 7. I don't think we will ever see a postseason run like that again. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you who have been supporting this series still, I thank you the most. You know the deal. Description, supporting the video of the channel and such. I don't know how much longer this series goes as we've now found success. The funny thing is, we still have such a young team. So much more is going to change about this team, even just in this offseason alone. But for as long as this run continues, it's been a blast. We have 2 titles to show for it. Not sure what the future brings in this series, but needless to say, things have gone quite well thus far. Your 2024 World Series champions, Toronto Blue Jays. I'll see you guys in the next one.